Welcome. Welcome. We're excited today to talk to Massimo Banzi, as I'm sure you know, a co-founder of Arduino, and also I have my colleague Monica Houston, and I'm Alex Glow, your usual person that you get to watch talk at you. Massimo, what are you in town for?
Oh wow! I'm in town because on Saturday we're celebrating Arduino Day, which is an event that it's a self-organized event by the Arduino community that happens across the world. And we usually have one event where some of the founders of Arduino show up, and this year is going to be at Berkeley University, Saturday afternoon. But the event is in 350, there are 357 events in 72 countries.
Wow.
Awesome.
Which is pretty massive. And each event is called Arduino or Genuino, depending on where they are in the world. And so we don't really, every event is organized by the community. We just provide them with like a framework they can use to organize the event, and we give each group a little, we give them like a digital kit they can download with posters and stuff like that, and we give them a small discount for the online store so they can buy parts for that. So that event, I think it's quite nice. We got some amazing pictures the last couple of years we did it, of like really people doing workshop for kids, events, discussions. They don't only talk about Arduino. They also talk about Raspberry Pis and everything. It's not such a narrow event. It's an excuse for people to get together.
That's the best kind of event. A good excuse too. So you're not at all exclusive. You're mainly you're very.
I think the maker community it's obviously it's an exciting community. I like being part of it, and I don't this is not quote unquote the classic corporate event where if you mention something else, people go, oh my god, you're not on message. That's not it.
That doesn't seem like the Arduino way.
I believe that people sometimes just need an excuse to get together, and so you just say, look, more or less in end of March 2005 is when we came up with the name Arduino, and we put it on the first boards, and we did the first workshop with our students, and we did the first projects with it. So we, end of March is sort of the birthday.
Awesome.
So we use that as an excuse, and we just tell people get together and talk.
Can anybody go to your Berkeley event?
Yeah, it's open to the public. I guess
Cool.
it's anybody. I think it's in the afternoon. I don't know the
Sweet.
exact.
Well, we can look up the details and put it online underneath this video. You talked about Genuino. We actually have these Genuino branded Maker 1000s, which, as you know, is the European branding of Arduino right now. So what about the Maker 1000? We've just run this contest with it. What makes it so special?
Well, I think what was important for us when we started working on this thing, I wanted to have something that would be the core of a connected product. Like now, a lot of makers now want to make connected products, and actually, one of the the main issues that they're facing right now is dealing with battery rechargeable batteries and battery management, dealing with low power, dealing with connectivity, and dealing with encryption. So we wanted to make a module that would basically contain all these parts in one format. And so this, for example, if you connect the LiPo battery here, you just plug the USB cable and it behaves like your smartphone. You plug it in, it charges. The processor is a little bit more powerful than the classic processor you get on an Arduino Uno. So you can actually do connected devices because you have enough space for your code. It's 256 kilobytes instead of 32.
Dang.
There's a bunch of RAM because one of the problems is that if you are doing some kind of a connected device and you're downloading like a massive JSON file from a website, in an Arduino Uno, it dies. You at most can send yes. That's the most expressive piece of information. While with this guy you have enough memory. Also this processor here contains a hardware encryption chip, which you can use to store. Yeah, you can use that to store secrets. You can use it to verify the signature on a binary file, so on a blob. You can sign requests you send to a server. So you can actually use this to have like a more high security type of connection between the device and the cloud, so you can have a mutual secure authentication. So there's a number of advanced use cases you can do.
Well, that's really exciting because, like, this is, you know, the board for people who are starting out with electronics, and now it also is embracing the security that which we increasingly need as everything becomes sort of IoT-ified. That's so cool!
So the idea is that you learn with the classic Arduino Uno, but then whenever you start to want to build something connected, and also you want to build something portable, you need something small. This guy also is designed in a way that you can actually mount it as an SMD module on something else.
Wow, cool!
So if you are, if somebody making a product, they can actually buy this in a quantity from us, and then SMD mount them on something else.
Wow.
Also, the last thing I would like
on the bottom, it just sits flush.
Yeah, there are pads. There are pads here that are designed for that.
Wow, cool!
The other thing is that this is starting a new format. So there's going to be a bunch of new products coming out with this format. So we're going to be migrating all the sort of Arduino. There are a number of Arduino, small-sized Arduinos, but each one of them has a different pinout. So this stopped people from actually creating an ecosystem like the shields we have on the rig. So this is a way to say, look, this is now the new thing.
Cool.
And then we have a few shields coming out for this.
And it makes sense because, you know, the Uno is this big and it's worked a lot, like really well for a lot of years, and then the Mega, you know, had to be a bit bigger. But now everything is starting to become more embedded, and you've got these headers just in case you want to make it more of a standard thing.
You can put it in a breadboard, or you can solder it in another project, or you can mount all different kinds of connectors. But I just ran a 1-week class in a place where I teach at in Copenhagen, where we did build connected products with the students, and you know, it's a completely different story than using the Arduino Uno and a Wi-Fi shield, which obviously the objects you create tend to be bulky. It's hard to run them on a small rechargeable battery, and also there's not enough room for your code. With this, we had lots of crazy devices coming out of that class.
Awesome. So there's so much exciting stuff going on this Saturday. There's Arduino Day, and also on the same day, the America's Greatest Makers competition. Oh wait, no, that's not Saturday. It's early next
April
week.
5th.
April 5th. Yeah. So you were a judge on an episode that's going to be airing on the 19th.
I think the episode is going to go live on the 19th. I'm being told that. I'm not 100% sure. But I think it's also interesting that there's going to be. It's essentially some kind of a reality show. I think it's a cross between Shark Tank and probably X Factor or something similar. Because in a way, I guess in a number of these shows, like Shark Tank, people show up and say, I made this, give me some money.
Yeah.
While in competition like X Factor, you see the artists kind of practice and improve and compete. So what happens is that you see 24 teams that are actually building their own hardware startup as makers. And they are starting from an idea, and then they are developing prototypes using this product called the Arduino 101 that we made with Intel. And then as they go through the process, they start to use the actual Curie module, which is the heart of that particular product. And then they, throughout the show, obviously the groups some groups are kind of lost. And some groups are selected to go to the next phase. At some point, groups get $100,000 each to go to the next level. And the winner, whoever is the winner, I don't know the winner, will get $1 million. Awesome. Which obviously is going to be enough for them to bootstrap that.
Yeah. Cool. And actually, if you're in town, I'm not sure if it's Friday. I think it's Saturday, actually. Our friend who was on the show, Zach Voorhees, the maker of the Zacky's gloves, is doing like a premiere in San Francisco. So if you're in town, come by Street Eats, I think it's called, on 12th and Howard-ish, and you can come watch the first episode and get really excited and eat some food. It's great.
So isn't there something else we need to talk about?
Something
that's more about you.
Something else super exciting on Saturday. So we're launching the Arduino Create Project Hub, which is the personalized Arduino super legit project.
It's real.
It is. It's super legit. Project Hub hosted by Hackster, but with all the best Arduino projects, including a bunch from the recent contest that we ran together using the Maker 1000. You're able to buy this board for the first time on Saturday. You can go order it, but also as soon as you get it, you'll be able to build all these projects that have arisen out of this contest on the new shiny beautiful site. So all these things all at once. We're really excited, and you've just heard all this cool stuff about this board. So right now there's 69 projects. Let's go have a look. So this is the existing Arduino Hub, and it's exciting, of course. You know, there's like almost 500 projects, but this is what we're talking about. Is the Arduino Maker Challenge, which we ran along with Microsoft, and you can see all the projects that people have posted so far. If you want to work with the Bluetooth, if you want to control servos, if you want to track data and things, make awesome mood lamps and things.
That's a Maker 1000 over there.
Yeah. Here we go. Do you guys have any favorites you'd like to share? I know you do. There's so many to get through.
There's like 90 projects that have been selected.
Cool. Stylish IoT neck warmer.
I got some pretty good feedback on this one yesterday from someone I was interviewing. I forget who it was, but it's certainly very stylish, and the internet's being slow. But you can see this gorgeous GIF of it in action, and you can control it from your mobile device. So I'm excited about that. You know, wearables, Burning Man, whatever.
Very stylish. Fashion Week.
Wi-Fi.
Fashion Week, yeah.
Cool.
It's super boss. So where will we be able to buy the Maker 1000? Is that just on Arduino.cc?
Yeah, if you go to Arduino.cc, there's a link to buy.
Cool.
And depending on where you are in the world, you will be redirected to a US or world store.
Cool.
And also I think it's very exciting that, you know, a few months ago we met with Hackster, and I thought that the platform you've been working on was really good, and we always wanted to have a place where we could enable the Arduino community to share the projects they're doing. And since we're launching this cloud platform we call Create, where people will have their own online IDE, there's going to be also some new stuff going live on Saturday, which is about helping people learn about IoT and learning how to build connected devices using Arduino. And there is this new thing called the Project Hub, which is essentially Hackster.io, but with an Arduino style user interface.
Nice.
So it integrates in the platform when it looks like an Arduino website, but behind the scene is still Hackster.
Yeah. And that's great. I feel like that's great because we are always completely jealous of your beautiful design. Like,
Yeah,
look at this.
Italian
It makes me
design.
cry. I mean, when I'm alone, not right now.
Well, it is part of.
I love this little heart set though.
So I think our teams worked really well, and there was a lot of. I was looking at the amount of interaction that went on between our interaction designer Alice, who is amazing, and your team to fix all the things and make it look Arduino and work very well. So I think we did a pretty amazing job. And
I think we did. We do like a high five.
It's hard to do like a three-way. I think this is good enough for now. We haven't.
It's hard not to do a one-way high five.
I know, right?
It was completely unrehearsed. This whole thing is completely random. So there's no script. This is the whole script.
Don't show them my script. No.
So,
It's all up here.
so I'm very excited that, you know, on Saturday we get to open this new website. It's also tomorrow is when this competition ends and the winner will be announced. The board goes inside. There's a lot of stuff happening on Saturday.
It's super exciting. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to come in and visit
my
us.
pleasure.
Yeah.
in
Or
our
like from Italy.
secret lair.
Or New York, right?
In this case, from New York.
Okay.
Yeah. It'll be around till Saturday at least. And so if you're interested, come to Berkeley. Check out the Arduino Day celebrations there.
Yeah,
and
if
you'll
you
get to meet-
if you go to day.arduino.cc, you'll get all the details on how to, you know, what's going on, also in Berkeley.
Sweet, we'll put the link up for you, and maybe you'll get to meet the man himself. Sweet, thank you guys for joining.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks,
you.
Alex.
And
Thank you.
for watching. Bye.
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 1,000 people won these Maker 1000 boards, and right now there are 91 projects. So the Maker 1000 goes on sale on Arduino Day, and you'll immediately be able to build stuff. So here are a few of my favorite projects to get started with the board. First off, we have the Arduino Maker 1000 Getting Started, which is an excellent walkthrough. It includes how to add the board to your boards manager, which is something that you'll need to do if you have an older version of the Arduino IDE, or even a newer version that may not yet have these board definitions. It tells Arduino what pins this has and how to program it. This board also has more flash memory, onboard memory than previous boards, so you can store bigger programs and more data. And then also you'll need to install the Wi-Fi 101 library, and he takes you through that as well. So as a first step, check out this Maker 1000 Getting Started guide. Then we have just a few projects that I've picked out. Some of them are practical, some are a little silly. This one, you can obviously use the Maker 1000 with it now. And it basically gives you audible feedback on the state of your Wi-Fi network. I love data visualization and sonification. It makes data much more comprehensible to us humans, and it makes it a kind of background ambient awareness that you have, which is really fascinating to anyone who's interested in transhumanism. You also have another self-improvement tool. If you haven't heard of Habitica, it's basically an RPG that helps you assign yourself points for completing tasks and creating habits that you want to start to make yourself a better person. So this is a box that essentially makes that much easier for you, so you don't always have to log on. Moving on, also in self-improvement, if you're into fitness, here's a Wi-Fi connected pull-up bar. And it counts essentially how many pull-ups that you've done and puts it on the internet. As an aficionado of pull-ups myself, I love this. So if you go on Reddit at all, there's a fitness subreddit, and there's Arnold Schwarzenegger, our esteemed former governor of California, actually frequents Reddit and says that pull-ups are the best single exercise that you can do for all-around fitness. So motivate yourself with a bit of Maker 1000 technology. We also have a way to keep in touch with other humans on planet Earth. You can have a mood lamp that responds to people's tweets around the globe using IFT, the Maker channel. And I'm also looking forward to seeing many more projects using that, including one that I hope to build myself soon with a big green button with the Maker 1000 plugged in. And I can use it for all kinds of stuff. What can't you do with like a big green button, right? Then we have a few weird and fun projects. So beekeeping is still kind of practical because we've got this disease, right, that's ravaging the bee population. And so anyone who wants to keep honeybees is awesome in my view. But this will help you out in keeping track of the health of your bees, helping you keep them nice and happy. Really fascinated by this one. And it's got a DHT sensor which senses temperature and humidity so that you can keep them happy and healthy. Coming up next, we have an escape room toolbox. If you're not familiar, escape rooms are a form of entertainment that's becoming increasingly prevalent and popular. Basically, you get locked in a room voluntarily and you have to find your way out by solving puzzles. This started as a type of online entertainment where people would make flash games. You had to click on stuff in specific ways and turn it around and put pieces together and find the key and put it in the box and then find the weird code on the wall behind a picture frame and so anyway. So this person is creating a toolbox, a set of tools for people who want to make these themselves. I'm excited to see how that comes out. It looks like it's still in progress. And finally, what I think is the weirdest and therefore most fun of these projects is a remote-controlled electro stimulator, EMG. basically, you attach electrodes to someone's muscles, and when you push a button, they flex. I was using a TENS unit to deliver the shocks, so it's safe, but at the same time, lots of fun. So, muscles, right? You stick electrodes on here, and if you hold your arm limp and just squeeze it, you can see how shortening these muscles artificially, and tendons, I guess, causes your fingers to curl up. Just make sure that your arm is relaxed. And so you can control someone remotely if you attach electrodes and stimulate it that way. So these people have built some awesome, weird, useful, life-changing projects. I really hope that you will check them out. Grab yourself a Maker 1000 if you haven't already won one in our contest. And go out and check out the Arduino festivities in your neighborhood this weekend, because we're really excited about Arduino Day. And we hope to have some info for you on that next week. Anyway, happy Arduino Day. Happy Thursday, Friday, whatever day it is for you. And I'll catch you later.